Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at the Make It Mini Lifestyle Series, series number 2. With the spooky season coming up, I wanted to find a Halloween theme, and so I used the pinhole sheet to see if I could get the ones I wanted. If it worked, then we should have the black cat teacups and the tabby cat. Yeah. So this is our little capsule. We have the Miniverse. We have Make It Mini Lifestyle. It has a little show of some of the things you can find. It says there's 15 surprises to collect. And Series 2. And then it says mold it yourself. So this series has silicone molds that you use to make a variety of things. I've already made the teacup, the rose gold tea. Is it rose gold? Yeah, the rose teacup. I've already made it, and it turned out really well. I really liked it. So we do have that one already made. So let's open this up and let's see if the pinhole cheat sheet worked and it's what we wanted. Let's see here. Aha, there it is. Okay. And this one is the Black Cat teacups. Awesome. So, these cases actually turn into stands to display. It'll look like this. And then you can display your items. Okay. I'm going to set that one off to the side for now. We're going to open up these. So here's your cup mold. Once again, it's just a little silicone mold. Okay. Your nozzle. Resin. This one says Studio Porcelain. So this is a dark black porcelain style. Here is your handles. It says make a teacup, and it comes with 2 pieces. Now, I have seen people say if you want to reuse the mold, but you need handles, that you can actually use this plastic here as kind of like a mold, a plastic mold, in order to make more handles. That'll be something that we'll try in a later video. This one. Alright, so with the teacups, we get little desserts. So for this, we get these little cookie looking things. which remind me kind of whipped cream. Okay, these are the legs that go on your stand. They simply just click in. Okay, and then your stand is ready to go. With the teacups, you get spoons to go in the teacups. These are silver. These are the saucers that they sit on top of. So the saucers are white with black stripes. And then the last one, you get your sandpaper, your decals to make them into little cat faces. And that's everything that you get with this particular mold. Now, each one gives you a series of directions to use. So you can actually get the stand, it'll actually fit in the little plastic piece that they give you as a kind of a stable weight. Fill it with the resin, bake it for 10, flip it for 10, demold it, sand the bottom so that it sits flat, add the decals, use what's left of the resin to add the handles, and then plate the little candies or whatever those are. If you know what they are, put them in the comments, because I have no clue what they are. Let's see here. It says Black Kitty teacups. It doesn't say anything about what the candy is that's in them, just that it's a black teacup. Black cat teacup. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open up our mold. Now, with the resin that these particular ones use, it's an epoxy-based resin, so it takes longer to cure, and it also takes a more powerful light. When I first made this one, I did not know this, and I used their kitchen that has the oven that has a black light. You should see that in one of the videos on my channel. And it would not set at all. Just not at all. It would not set. It stayed sticky. It would not get hard at all. So I wound up having to buy a more powerful lamp. Once I had that, I was able to get it to cure and to harden like it's supposed to. So just know that when you go to make these, you're gonna have to have a more powerful light in order to get it to set. And because of the type of resin this is used, you will have to use it you'll have to be patient because it will take a lot more time. When I went to make the teapot, I wound up having to cure it for 10 minutes, standing straight up, 10 minutes upside down, and then I did an additional 6 minutes on each side. So it will take a while to cure. Keep that in mind. And so with that in mind, what we're going to wind up doing is you will see me make the mold. You will see me start to cure it. But you won't actually see the finished product until later on in the video, until the very end, and it'll probably be kind of like an added video. It won't be a part of the same one, okay? So, with that being said, your little tray here. You're going to take the mold, and you'll notice the mold has this little rim on it. That will fit right in here. Just like that. And then it's stuck. Okay? Now, when you're using resin, you have to take your time and be patient. This is not something that you can throw together in 5 minutes. That's not how resin works. The more you speed, the more bubbles you're going to get, and the less likely it is to come out right. So keep that in mind, that you're going to have to take it slow and steady. Okay? So we're going to go ahead. We're going to open this up. We're going to add our nozzle. Okay? Now, what you don't see very well is that inside this mold is cat ears. You have to make sure that the resin gets down in those cat ears. So what you're going to wind up having to do is you're going to put the resin in. Then what you want to do is you want to take something flat like the tweezers, or I'm going to use this kind of plastic mixing tool that I have available. And we're going to take it, we're going to put it into the mold, and we're going to make sure that we push that resin down into those ears. Okay. So when you do that, it's going to look like that. Okay. So you want to make sure that you get that resin down in the ears for your cup to come out properly. And then we're just going to slowly fill this up. Now you'll notice what I'm doing is I'm slowly rotating the mold. And in doing so, I'm ensuring that I get an even layer on that bottom part. Okay? And as we slowly rotate it, we're only doing a couple of drops at a time. Turn it sideways so you can kind of see what I mean. So we're doing a couple of drops at a time. Okay. Then we're going to go in. We're going to get that resin down in there. Okay. We're going to try to make sure that we get rid of all the bubbles that we can. And the beauty about it being black resin is you're going to be able to see those bubbles a lot easier versus if it was a white or a clear resin, then the bubbles are going to be harder to see. Alright, so we'll put some more in. Keep rotating it as we're doing this. Dropping that resin in. Once we do that, bring in our tool. Spread that resin out. Get rid of the bubbles. Okay. And I'll take a look around. Make sure I'm not seeing any more bubbles. Alright. I'm going to angle it again so that you can kind of see what we're doing here. Get an idea. Alright. Gonna add some more. Okay. Go in. Take care of the bubbles. Okay. So right here, I don't know if you can see, but you can kind of see that there's bubbles there. So we're going to take them out. Okay. Got another bubble right here. Take that one out. There we go. Make sure we got all the bubbles. Okay, looks like there's one right here. Okay. Alright. Add some more resin. Okay. Okay. Turn it around, make sure we got all of the bubbles out. Looks like it. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the top here. Okay. Like that. We got one bubble right there. Go ahead and pull that out. Okay. Another bubble right there. Just go ahead and get that out. Okay. I think that's all of our bubbles. Alright, just for good measure, we're gonna go tap, 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 tap. Okay. Looks good. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna slip this underneath the light. We're gonna cure it. Now while that's curing, let's go ahead and open this other one. So we opened up the teacups. So now, if we're doing this right, this one should be the tabby cat. If the pinhole cheat sheets worked. Okay? Alright. I don't know about you guys, but I have never, ever been able to rip this off in one smooth bit. Like, never. I don't know how people rip the thing off in one smooth piece. I don't know how to do it. I can never do that. I always wind up having to do this whole spinny thing. Okay. Let's see if we did this right. yes, it is the tabby cat. That is awesome. Alright. Now, I'm noticing when I have my light on, it's making it hard for you guys to see. So, I'm going to try to move that real quick, if you'll bear with me. There we go. Alright. This should be our tabby cat. Yay. Alright, so this one says it is also porcelain. Okay. It's a bigger jug. It also comes with a nozzle. Okay. This is our teacup mold. Here is our cat top, cat spout, cat tail, which also makes a handle. I'm so glad the pinhole technique worked. Okay. Stuff for the stand. This one we get golden tweezers. Alright. So we get a little placemat which matches our saucers for our teacups. We get our little decals, sandpaper, interesting. So it looks like the teapot apparently sits inside a decorative cozy. That's interesting. Definitely did not expect that. It's like a little sweater to put on the cat apparently. So it is silicone. It's made of stretchy material. It has a place for the little spout, place for the handle, and yeah, it looks like it's literally a cozy that goes on the teapot. That is so strange. Okay. Well, that makes me wonder what color the teapot's gonna be, because I assumed the teapot was gonna be black and white. But I now wonder if this porcelain is black or if it's orange. Interesting. I guess we're gonna find out, huh? So let's go ahead. Let's open this up. Okay. Now, the molds are different. So you'll notice this mold is a lot wider and plumper than this one. So you can see the difference there. Okay. So put that in here. Let's take a look at our directions. Okay. So, once again, we're going to add the resin. 10 minutes upright, 10 minutes reversed. Take it out so it does look like it is an orange resin. Sand the bottom. Add the handles. Add the face and the stripes. Then put the little cozy around him. Simple enough. Alright, so before I do that, I'm going to clean this off. See if I can't get the black off. Now the mat that I'm using is a silicone mat as kind of a protective layer. Okay, so when I get stuff on it, it can easily be wiped off, or you can cure it and peel it off. Either way works. So once again, when you're filling up these molds, you want to be nice and slow and steady. You don't want to rush it. You rush it, you're gonna get bubbles. Okay? Alright. So let's twist off the cap. Add our spout. Okay. Start by applying just a little bit. Okay. Alright. Take a look at the mold. See if we see any bubbles. Does it look like it? Okay. Add a little bit more. Okay. Take a look. See if we see any bubbles. Doesn't look like it. Now this one, the spout really is just not working for me, and I've noticed that with these bigger ones because you wind up having to squeeze them. So I'm going to remove the spout. Okay. And we're going to pour a little bit in. Okay. We're going to use our tool here. Get it down the sides. Okay. And it's not working that well. I may have to just fight the spout here. Till we can get it to fill. Okay. So we've added a little bit more. Take a look. See if we see any bubbles. No. Currently, no. Not seeing bubbles. going. Try to get this to fill as much as you possibly can. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Trying to make sure I get it all in there to the best of my ability. Okay, now we're getting there. Alright, before I top it off, I want to take some time, really look, see if I can find any bubbles. Right there. Another bubble there. A few bubbles there. Try to work the bubbles out. The reason we don't want those bubbles is because they will cause it not to set properly. And we don't want that. Look at all those bubbles.
How'd you know, Mr. Bernard?
Now I can't do it. Sorry. Alright. That does it. Did we get all of the bubbles? Trying to see. Maybe not. It's hard to tell with the orange where the bubbles are at. But we do our best. Okay. Right. Think that got it? Maybe. Alright, let's add a little bit more resin. Let's see. We can't fill it in. Alright. see. Alright, we're gonna tap, 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 tap. Now, off camera, I have been going ahead and curing the first teacup. So it's been this way for about 10 minutes. So now our next task is to take it and we're going to flip it and we're going to cure it this way for 10 minutes. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to tap, 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 tap. See if we can't get any bubbles to rise to the surface, if there's any left. Not seeing any. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look around the entire mold. See if we can catch any there. And it does not look like it. Alright, so we're going to set that off to the side. And we'll come back when everything's cured. We'll take a look at it then. And we'll see what happens. So for now, I do apologize for the comment that you heard in there. And I do want to say thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you shortly. Bye.